Dun, 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 dun,
Are we live?
dun, 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 dun.
Are we
Hey
live?
everybody, we're gonna be live
We are live.
on the thing that we're doing because I still can't find it, Crawfa. Damn it, Crawfa.
There it
Oh,
is.
there it is. Feedback Friday live.
It is live.
Let me mute this so we don't get a feedback loop.
See, we've been live.
Okay, see, we're live. All right. So it's Feedback Friday with Bill and Albert and other people when they get here. This thing's cooking. Don't touch the end of that. It's hot.
I won't touch it.
All right, Albert, we have a job for you.
What job?
These are popsicle sticks.
Yes.
I need them
Cut.
cut. Now, the problem is, watch your eyes. If I cut right here,
Yeah.
see how that flew across the studio?
Almost hit Dave.
Actually, that worked pretty well. Hold on. I'll probably shoot myself in the eye. So just be careful not to... Oh, shoot. Now, if it breaks like that, that's fine. Put it in there.
Try to show off.
Okay, the other option is you can use the Leatherman tool. And maybe we could snap them off this way. So I'm going to try that.
You need proper,
Yeah, look at that.
Proper technique.
I need to buy like a real set of snippers.
These scissors suck.
Okay, look. So, you burned yourself on the hot glue gun nozzle. Already burning himself on the
I
hot
want to see that
glue.
on the stream.
Hey, everybody. Yay. Hi, Justin Norman. How's it going? All right. So,
Hold on, I wanna see
I
that
need
on
you to make a pile of these. Now, even if they split and break, save this because I could use it. Okay.
Okay.
So, people, today we're going to be doing some gaming crafting. We're going to be answering questions. Hey, Emery's, how's it going? Welcome to Feedback Friday.
There we go. Oh, that's perfect.
So we started last week, Albert, you may remember Crafty Thursday.
Yes.
And Heather came in and everybody, hey, Tony, come on in. Everybody came in and we started making all these things. So what you could do is also show some of these things. So this is a dragon boat that I made.
Wow.
And it's, I'm starting it off. Now I embellished this basic boat. Grab me one of the other boats.
Oh,
So
sure.
there, just
Where's
up
the
there.
boat?
See,
Oh,
the
oh,
canoe.
boats,
Give me
the
a
canoe.
boat.
Come on.
All right, so here's, a
Concept.
basic boat that we just primed and stuff. So this isn't done by any stretch. But this one I decided, DM Scotty many years ago did a dragon boat, and then he did like elf boats, and he did all these things. So I kind of like that. But I need to embellish it more. Because if there's one thing I've learned, just gluing a dinosaur head and a tail to a boat doesn't make it a cool dragon boat. So then we found those fancy scissors in the child playroom, development playroom, and I started cutting out of cardstock these kind of, I thought they looked scaly. Don't they look like
Yeah, they do.
scales
You
to
can
you?
put 'em on the side.
Yeah, so I figured we could kind of glue those onto the side of the dragon boat, and they don't have to be perfectly organic. I don't know really how this is going to turn out. Or I thought, I could take this kind of cool trim piece and cut it and then glue that on one side and the other, and then they have the bigger scales like that. So maybe that's how we'll do it. I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet. These more basic boats, though, even though we did a black base coat and paint, and then we did some brown over it, now we're going to have to do dry brushing. So today is going to be a little bit about dry brushing. This, Neely did. So you can see here how we kind of carved lines in to be like boards. That turned out pretty good, right? But we don't want white appearing.
Right,
We want it to
then
be
makes
dark.
it look
So this
not
is going to
like
have
wood.
to get an overcoat, like a black wash, which is not watered down completely, but it's black with a lot of watering down, and you kind of brush it into the, fill in the
Now,
cracks.
why not use like a little? This is for. I apologize. This sounds noobish to the crafting community, but why not just take? Is there like little bottles of like spray paint you can like get or something, and just kind of like do the post-it notes like that, or do they have to be like individually painted?
You know what? That's a great question, Tony. And it depends on how you're approaching the project. I let Neely run wild with this, and I think these this roof is magnificent.
Yeah.
It looks like old and kind of beat up and stuff.
Yeah.
So we're gonna continue along that vein, but this is gonna have to get a black wash before we go into the highlight coat. But this is already coming along pretty well. So this is a building that we started doing. Okay. Now Albert, meanwhile, is trimming off the
forgot I was
tips
trimming
of
those.
these. With you could try this too.
Yeah,
So
those
Tony,
ones.
watch your eyes. So what I did was I just see,
That's
and then
all.
you flip it and boom. So it's okay if it kind of crumbles and breaks apart. Now you might be thinking like, God, how many popsicle sticks does Bill have? I have about 500. I happened to be early in my crafting career. I was a crafting supply hoarder, and I stopped by this church. You know how churches have like sales?
Yeah.
And if you're looking for crafting supplies, find a church sale, dude, because basically old ladies just like give all their stuff away for nothing. I bought for $3. I came home with like a bin full of crafting supplies, popsicle sticks and beads and all this crap, and it was awesome. Yeah, perfect. It can be flawed because we're gonna make them even more flawed as we progress.
Nice.
Let's check in with everybody. Fulfilled Bean, has Mantra picked a Paladin Oath? Yes. I think she's going with that. Now I can't remember, but yes, I think she ended up going with the Oath of Vengeance. Gaming Tortoise Pigeon, hello, good to see you. Telia, hello. Emery's episode 2 drops today, right? It sure does.
It sure
episode
does.
2, noon.
Catch
2
me.
hours away. 2 hours away from
Catch
episode
me in
2.
the credits.
Yes. Yes, it does. It's Friday. Hello, Mark Gump. Welcome. Good to see you here. Ashley, yes. I'm assuming that So Very True means the church resales for crafting supplies. And it was great. I got a lot of cheap, good crafting supplies. So we're doing a little bit of woodworking today, woodwork crafting today. I'm going to add more embellishments to this dragon boat. We're going to go into dry brushing with the other 2 plain boats. We're working on some timbers because, you know, even though we got a good start on this seems very flat.
Yeah.
So we want to add some trim pieces. We're going to cut these up and distress them and make them kind of look...
That can be like an old house in the woods kind of thing.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's supposed to be kind of an old cottagey vibe.
Yeah.
Now, if you were here for Crafty Thursday last week, you might also remember that we cut up a bunch of kids' toys. And we have all of these monstrosities that the students created. With giant eyeballs in some cases. And we haven't really, oh, see, this one fell off because hot glue. But... So, you know, we're also going to be working on all this, too. So we've got all these guys. And, you know, some of them need a little more embellishment. Some of them might need, yeah, what else? We got a whole bunch of body pieces in here. We got all sorts of stuff. So some of them might need some embellishment or just, you know, basic reworking. Wow.
Wow.
And then, you know, if you missed Crafty Thursday, I'll show you Heather's great creation.
That was last week.
It was last week. Yeah, it feels like longer than that since
It's been
we've
such
talked.
a long week.
It has been a long week. Feels like longer since we've talked to our friends about all this stuff. But I'm going to show you. So Samantha made this supremely epic,
Oh my god.
multi-tiered monster. So this is embellished out the wazoo, but it's going to need some paint,
Some touch-ups.
and some texturizing around that eyeball because the eyeball is too smooth. But you know, the thing that I love about crafting is you don't have to be a crafter to get into it. You learn by doing. Now Heather, the very talented
Bill.
alumna, that's the singular female of alumni, made this for Halloween for us. This spooky time D&D with high school students cauldron with this weird effervescent purplish green stuff and
looks like
eyeballs
Tony.
and worms, and it's awesome. So this is a great prop.
Dude, we can use this as like texture.
See that? See it? I'm on a little bit of a delay, so
We can just use this as texture.
Yeah. So I save everything, Albert, because you
Yeah,
never
I know you do.
You never know how much crap you're going to need for a project. So
That can be used as texture.
let's think about this now. So here, we'll check in with everybody else. Emrys. Okay. Emrys. Episode 2. Not enough people on YouTube in the Central Time Zone, if you ask me. Yes.
It's middle
That's
of the day.
true.
People
That's
working.
true. Some of the European friends check in because they're like just getting off work.
Yeah,
That's
they're-
also kind of cool. So,
What time would it be?
yeah. See, look,
6
Aubrey.
o'clock.
Aubrey says I've just come home from a cocktail party and it's 11 p.m. But why not some Bill Allen time? Thanks for joining us. Have a
Have a cocktail.
have a cocktail and join us for foolishness and discussions of games and crafting. And by the way, you know, Feedback Friday is about feedback. So those of you who have questions, this is a great time to ask them. General questions about gaming, questions specifically about our shows or any of the silly programs that we do. Hey, Ethan Hardy, how's it going? Yes, Emrys says it's 8 a.m. for me. So that's West Coast. Pow. Good to see you. All the folks in LA just waking up.
Would that be West Coast? Yeah.
Where's my coffee? Damn it. Here, I'll bring it. Crawford, bring me.
Yes.
Please
Dave.
bring me your coffee. And don't
Oh, I got a splinter.
pee in it before you bring it. Just give it to me
I
the way it is.
What if Crawford pees in your coffee every single day and you don't know he does?
And I don't know. And I'm like,
just
it's so flavorful.
So
No,
flavorful.
it's fantastic. Or if I was like, it tastes like poison. All right. Let's see. Hello, all. Hello, Siphon. Hello, Lucky. Hi, guys. Eric the Squirrel from Ohio. Whoop, whoop. Good to see you. I like, just side note, you ever been to Ohio?
Like once.
Ohio's like Illinois, but friendlier, right? Am I right?
I agree.
It's like the people of Ohio are just like genuinely, I feel like they're
nice.
just nice, you know?
It might just be because we live in
Yes.
or near Chicago.
It's true. Emrys, I said it right. Eric the Squirrel, happy to be here. You're the first D&D person I've ever watched to learn about the art of this specific genre. I am honored. I am honored to be your first mentor, and I hope I will provide many things to give you information. 3 p.m. in the UK. Thank you, Shuff Gaming. Let's
That's not
see.
too late.
Greetings from Germany, 4 p.m. Lukey, thank you.
Oh, so people are just getting off work in the UK or like school. That's pretty good.
Let's see. What do you think the best adventure to run for a first-time DM is? Ooh, good question, Justin. I am going to riff all over that.
Send him or recommend him Carl's first time DMing video. If you look in the channel.
Okay, so let's think about this. What do you think is the best adventure to be? All right, so when you're creating an adventure, you have to kind of know your audience, read the group, right? Some players just want to kick ass and take names. They just want to roll dice and fight things and kill monsters and get treasure. Yes, all right? And this is where the murder hobo concept came from. Like, you wander around, you encounter something, you kill it, you take its treasure, and then you move on to the next town. You don't have any sense of a community. And that's okay if you're a starting player, Albert, and you're like, you just want to have fun killing crap, right? But I think...
I wouldn't think that's that fun.
Well, but like, this, you know, for a lot of people who just, you know, start off playing like first-person shooters or,
that's
you
what I was
know,
gonna say. I never
GTA or Skyrim
I played a lot
or
of
Fallout
GTA,
or any of that, like, really, there doesn't have to be a storyline or character development, but role-playing games allow you to develop that.
That's true.
So here's what I think a good first adventure should include. Here are some of the ingredients. If we were making a pizza and that pizza was called your first adventure, here's what you should have. First of all, a place. You could use a place that's in a published book. You could steal ideas from like popular fiction. You know, like Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones. You could, you know, steal a place from that, or you could make your own. And just today I was addressing that in a comment on a video about making your own world. You don't have to plan an entire world. That's scary. If I was like, Albert,
Especially for a first
yeah,
time.
if I was like, Albert, write your own Bible.
Cannot.
Create a world with gods and everything. It would be intimidating. So I say start small.
Keep it simple too. Don't put in like guns and stuff like.
Just micro.
Yeah.
So you gotta make a region. Sprinkle in some geography. Here's a lake. Here's a little mountains, some hills. Here's some flatlands.
You know
here's
what?
some forests and swamps, and then some towns. Just literally just draw it out on a piece of notebook paper.
Do all DMs like create a map kind of like you did?
Most DMs, in my opinion, use the pre-published stuff,
Mm.
right? So companies put out games.
Yep.
And they put out these books. And there's a whole... They build it for you, and all you have to do is play in it. They make the world, and all you have to do is play in it. And that's fine. That's totally fine. I'm not against that. I just personally don't do that because I find it boring. I like the challenge of creating a world.
And I might be wrong.
Yeah.
but I grew up and I still play a ton of Pokemon. And I think the map layouts that they have in Pokemon, especially the 4th generation games, especially like the way they have like the cities laid out, I think that would be pretty nice for a map. Especially because you can like download that and edit and change the name.
I mean, literally, dude, making a small region is where you start. And then think about who lives there, right? Who are the normal people who live there? Who are the people who are in power? What are the factions? Who wants power? Who wants to get power? Who are the criminals? Who are the law-abiding people? Who are the good people? Who are the evil people? But beyond that, make it just maybe a little more complex. Stretch it out, right? So I'll give you an example. let's say that we're doing a meta of our high school. And we're just looking at the media groups in our high school. We've got yearbook, newspaper, radio, and TV.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
none of those are good or bad.
No.
But each one is its own group.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe there's some all-powerful grant money that all 4 of them are vying for, right? They all want this money. It's not just simple good and evil, black and white. And maybe we have little temporary alliances, but then we break apart and we fight over different things, right? So when you're thinking of your factions and your groups that live in your little world, don't just make it black and white. Don't just make it good and evil, right? Because one person's version of good could be another person's version of evil,
yeah.
right? Like I could say like, well, you know, why does Yearbook get $50,000 a year for this? But then Yearbook might be like, well, why does LTTV get to do live streams in their studio and do whatever they want and go to Vegas, right? So
That's
everybody's
true.
got different things, perspective.
That's true.
Then start creating characters. And if you're not good at creating NPCs, non-player characters, the people that populate that world, the Dungeon Master's Guide has like tables. You can randomly roll them up. There are free things. If you don't own a DM's Guide, there are free people, like just part of the community.
The internet
people
is
make
a wonderful place.
Yes, like random NPC generators. They'll generate the name. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like you could write a book with just randomly generated stuff.
And you don't have to use stuff catered for D&D. You can definitely use other kind of websites too, like if you need inspiration.
Yes, and here's the other thing. Inspiration is a video.
Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Inspiration could be anything. It doesn't have to be fantasy even. So I could be inspired by something in real life and figure out a way to translate it. So let's take our example. We have radio, TV, newspaper, and yearbook, right?
And Lion.
And
Oh, that line
well,
is-
right.
yeah.
So you got these 4 factions. That's in real life. That's at our school. Now I could take that and then just in D&Dize it. Fantasize it. So I can make one of the groups like a group of knights who believe that they are, have a mandate from their god. Maybe they're paladins, fighters, whatever, that are mandated from their god to liberate this land and
Lion.
to teach all to
That could be the
live within
newspaper.
their law, right?
Newspaper.
And then another group who maybe they're more like in touch with nature, and there's druids and rangers that are in this group, and they're more like, hey,
Yearbook.
look,
Yearbook.
we need to slow down with your cities and all your weird magic and get back in touch with our primordial selves
Definitely Yearbook.
and live in harmony with nature and the animals around us, right? Maybe there's a
Group of
wealthy,
peasants.
there's a group of peasants who basically are
Radio.
almost slaves, right?
Radio.
And they want to be, they want to have recognition for what they're doing, but they're kind of looked down upon.
Radio.
And I'm not even using that analogy. But the point is that you could have like a wealthy, greedy lord who, owns these lands and his people are effectively indentured servants,
Bill
right?
Allen. No, I'm kidding.
And there's an underground within these peasants because these peasants are like, they want to revolt. Now this, you could draw from history with that. Pick any country in the world. This has happened. Any country in Europe. Somewhere in Romania it happened, right?
Yeah.
Some count that ruled over a land.
Dracula.
Yeah, had like, the peasants revolted, France, 1889, the French Revolution, the poor people got sick of like the nobility owning everything and having all this extravagant wealth. So what do? They rounded them up and cut off their frickin' heads and with guillotines, you know what I mean? You could take those little elements from anything and incorporate that into your little tiny region that you drew out on a piece of notebook paper.
Based off of Pokemon.
Now, let's crowdsource a couple things before we give you adventure ideas.
Let's look at the comments first, real
Yeah,
quick. 'Cause a lot of
we're
problems.
like really behind.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, people. See, this is what happens. You give me an idea and I
sorry,
won't
I'm
shut
sorry.
up. So that was Justin asking that question, and we didn't even answer his question because we didn't give you an adventure, Justin, but we gave you like threads, and I prefer threads. I prefer
Let
creating
the
a world.
imagination run wild.
Yeah, let the players find the adventure and then just riff with it, right? So maybe the players sympathize with the peasants. Maybe your players are dicks and they don't sympathize with the peasants and they sympathize with the lords and the rich people and they're like going to put down the peasant revolt.
Right.
Think Star Wars, right?
Yeah.
Like the Empire and the Rebellion. Simple conflicts like that between factions. And if you want to make it more complex, you can. Maybe there's a thieves guild who actually steals from the rich and gives to the peasants to fund the rebellion.
Dude, this thing's
You know?
dangerous.
Yeah, don't play with dangerous knives.
You're dangerous. How do I?
Daniel says, I have done some inner walls with the BMC bricks. How do you recommend painting them? Oh, Blackmagic Craft BMC bricks. I paint dark to light. So everything I do would be black base, like coat, take this wood, okay? This isn't gonna be stone, but I would still start by black basing it. Let it dry. Then I'm gonna come back over it with the next coat, which will be a dark brown. And it's a pretty thorough dark brown coat. Not completely covering up the black, but just brown, right? Then I'm going to go with a lighter brown or tan for the highlights, for the dry brushing. So if you were doing the BMC bricks, you'd go black. Then you'd do a pewter gray, like a dark gray, with some texture. Maybe you'd use a sponge. And then you'd do highlights with like a white or a tan around the edges, dry brushing. That's how I do bricks. And same thing with this.
I have to go, but I'm going to wait
All
for someone else.
Say bye to everybody.
No,
I watched all of
yet.
season 1. This is Aubrey. I watched all of season 1 of High School Students. I'm excited to eventually get around to watching the new group. I hope somebody can live up to the black hole that is the absence of Carl. You know what? That's going to be a tough thing. So season 3 has not started out well. We'll get to that. It's rocky. It's off to a rocky start.
That's
But-
more interesting, though.
But I love it. That's right, buddy.
more
I love it. I love it.
I think
Great. Creates conflict.
I think that's what's special about our program, because every D&D show you see, I personally don't watch them, but I can imagine that every D&D show that's out there, it's like veteran players, like 99.5% of the people there are like
Yeah.
experienced
A
players.
lot of them are in their 20s or
yeah,
30s
and, like,
or
they're more
40s.
mature and they
Yeah.
know how to like act and talk to each other.
Right.
Whereas people on the show, I'm kidding, I love O'Malley, but like people on the show like haven't matured all the way yet. And,
Yeah,
you know, they still
they're
like,
kids.
Yeah.
And honestly, like growing up, I played at a much younger age, and we did stupid crap all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And we would ruin adventures and everything. But that's part of the jam.
And that's why you're the DM, so you make sure the adventure doesn't get ruined.
Ryerson Johnson asserts that the friendliest people live in Iowa, no question. You know what, Ryerson? I have a lot of family in Iowa, and I will agree with you that Iowa is also another
I feel like
friendly
the
place.
Northwest is very, like Washington,
Yeah.
Oregon.
Yeah, you know what? It's all about. Here's hope. You could be hopeful or hopeless. We're hopeful. All right. So, Mr. Fenton C says, "Dad,
Dad,
Dad."
is that Sean?
No, I don't think so.
Dad,
He's just catching on.
Dad.
It's 10:13 in Ontario. Hey, Dove, thank you for tuning in.
from Canada.
Aubrey again says, and I do not mean that people don't each have something to bring out, but Carl was
Wanna fill in
unique
for me?
entity. That's sure. Yes, Carl was. And now joining us while Albert has to go to class will be Beecher.
I'll be back, but I just have to get interviewed.
Where are the girls? We need to do art projects. Get in
I
here.
like doing art projects.
Justin Norman
Hey
asked,
guys.
Justin, yes, we have a radio station. We have a TV station, which I'm in charge of. We also have a radio station.
So what's the game?
You can visit it at WLTL.net. In fact, you can even live stream it. Hey, you don't want to be in front of the camera anymore? Okay, get a stool. Yeah, this is hot, so be careful. And it's plugged in right there. All right, we're just catching up on topics. So we have, let's see, Top 10 Tech says playing D&T for the first time is a lot like playing GTA for the first time. You can rampage and murder a bunch of people, then you get bored and try a mission. Yes. Yeah. Right? If all you do is just kill treasure, it gets boring really fast. VA says happy Friday. Happy Friday to you. And there's our buddy Dovahkiin Templar.
Dovahkiin Templar.
The best NPC I have is the old lady that the players ask a question, and when she answers their question, she forgot what the question originally was. Awesome. Love that.
Dovahkiin Templar told a pretty sad story last time he was watching our live stream.
Yeah.
He said he had a dream that he was with his buddy, and they were talking, and then the next day his mom told him that his friend died, like an old grade school friend.
Yeah.
It's a pretty sad story.
Yeah.
Sorry,
But
Dovahkiin.
sad stories often make us the people that we are. Remember that.
Do you have more
Exactly.
paper plates? Paper plates? Or paint?
Paper plates. I want to paint.
Okay, so let's recap since you just joined the party. You have to black base this because these lines that we created in the wood, I don't want light.
Okay.
So watered down black.
In the cracks?
Yeah.
And
You
go
guys
to the
can
roof
share
of them
this.
too?
The brushes, where the hell are the brushes? Here are the brushes. Don't stab yourself with this. I made Albert cut a whole bunch of these sticks, Neely, because before you black base this, listen,
Okay.
you guys have a
The
creative
texture?
challenge. Yes.
Oh,
So look, I would like to embellish that house.
okay.
Not the whole thing.
Right.
I'm not saying but like maybe hold these up to the doorway and cut them to size
Okay.
so that they create like a frame around the
framing.
doorway. And then see the little front roof thing?
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna have to front roof that too. So maybe put a little framing and then along the bottom. This is what I imagine.
This bottom?
Yes. So you wanna basically measure them out, and then Beecher, your job will be to mark them in some way with this scrapey thing. So then you mark it, and then you cut it with this. Now, when you cut it, be careful because this watch, it'll like shoot out at someone. Oh, okay, it didn't. So just be careful when you cut it, right? And then
I have.
once it's cut to size, before you hot glue it on, you're
Yeah.
gonna texturize it with the saw blade side. Don't cut yourself because it's super sharp.
I'm so.
So you're just
sure.
gonna do this.
And it's gonna look.
It's gonna look so
And
legit.
then I'll get it in all the cracks and all this stuff. Oh,
Yeah.
God bless it. I'll be right back.
You know what I used to do my texturizing with, you guys? Beer bottle caps, because
Oh,
they're perfect.
crafty.
Yeah. So then, see, you texturize it, just little bit of scratches, and this gives it an apparent wood grain. And you know what chamfering is? Chamfering is when the edges of something are kind of raw, like raw wood. So you're gonna also chamfer the wood. Now,
Okay.
don't do this until you eyeball measure this out. Okay.
Eyeball measuring.
But this way, you guys can be working on the house that we're going to feature in the story.
Sponsored by my father.
Okay, so that's Beecher. There's
I
your
have a
weapons
little-
of
ooh, Brian,
mass
that's
destruction.
pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, so people, hello from Sweden. Hello to you, Supernatural fan 120, 120 Wolf. That's a long name. Has anyone poisoned a Reeve for no reason? Not yet. But, hey, what's up? Bring the candy jar in.
Is it a candy in it?
You can grab another, there's a stool back there, and you could sit right here between me and Beecher.
Okay.
We're working on more arts
bring the
and
chocolate
crafts.
in?
Yeah,
Absolutely
that's
not.
fine. Bring it here. You can put it there.
All
All right, so Emrys says a good lot of D&D podcasts and shows
That
are in
was
fact with
right.
casts
Oh, we
of
have to
veteran
mark it.
players.
This is my job.
Oh, that's your
I
job.
was right in the
Emrys, one of our friends, says that a good lot of
Terrible
D&D
job.
podcasts
You're gonna cut it
I can cut it.
and shows are in
you
fact
can do
casts
this
of
thing.
veteran players.
to both of us.
That's what's so special about this channel and why I like it. Because it brings
Why
me
would
back to
that
my
happen
starting
now?
days. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for the wide
Make
shot,
all
Dave.
the way-
Justin Norman says, hi, Neely.
Hi.
Um,
Hey. Hey, what's up?
Dovahkiin Templar says, Neely, the official member of the Templars of Dovahkiin. That's right. Because she's a paladin.
Shuck.
I'm actually leaving now to prepare my GMing of an adventure in the Pirate Age. Ooh,
Oh.
that is awesome.
Oh.
I will say this, Guten Tag and Danke. That's the only German I know.
Nice.
I might know like Wiener Schnitzel and
Oh, do I have to score this?
Das ist gut. Yes, thank you. But thank you, Lukey. Have fun. Thanks for tuning in. Bill, what's your most treasured memory from playing D&D? Oh my gosh, David Fried, that's a tough question.
I know mine.
Okay, go ahead. Round table.
So basically, I was playing a druid, and we were in a city, and there was this one guy it was like these bandits stole from us at this tavern, and we followed them to the city, and I basically found one in this alley, and I turned into a giant toad, and then swallowed him. And then that does like continuously acid damage. So
Uh-huh.
I was just constantly doing damage to this guy, and I was freaking out because I didn't want to kill him. And then I spit him out, stole a lot of money from him, and then killed him. And that was
That's awesome.
that's like it was really funny and fun. But yeah.
Neely, what's your favorite D&D memory so far?
I don't know. I think some of my favorite D&D memories are watching it happen versus being in it, because I've only been in, a couple episodes so far.
What about you, Skyla?
God dang, I did it twice. You
Favorite
can I see
D&D
that?
memory so far?
Favorite D&D memory so far?
I need the
Probably just playing in general. I love it. It's so fun. And watching Tony and Matthew fight.
Yes, we were talking about conflict within the gaming party, and I am not worried about it. I think everybody's doing fine.
Oh,
I think what you'll see in the next couple episodes is
it's fine. We're gonna use it.
It's
the
all fun and
party.
games.
Yeah, it's the party's starting to come together.
Yeah.
It wasn't as instantaneous as other seasons,
Yeah.
but maybe that's better.
Maybe it takes a little bit. Thanks.
Maybe it does.
Okay.
All right.
I'm just eating all of these.
I have too many good memories to remember all of them. So instead, what I will do is I will
Is that one done?
share several. So
Do those pieces too.
first edition favorite memory. This would go back to about 1981.
Okay. I was gonna
So
say
I was a
3.
kid.
I was gonna say 7.
So say 3.
About 1981.
Do I have to do all these too?
I had a 10th level human cleric named Adam the Holy, and I played in the Tomb of Horrors.
Oh, sorry.
And I lived. That's it. That's
Wow.
the favorite memory, because, see, guys, the Tomb of Horrors was
one.
possibly one of the most deadly old school adventures that anyone ever played. And
Oh.
Wow.
it was like the kind of thing that invented the term TPK, which is total party kill, because basically it was, imagine a dungeon where like around every corner was either a monster that
It was
could kill
actually
you,
ridiculous.
or like traps that would kill you, or magical traps,
Wow.
or like portals that if you like went through, you were instantly disintegrated, like just bad,
Rip.
horrible things. Tomb of Horrors was that, it was called that for a reason.
sneeze.
Hot glue gun.
You want me to glue it?
Yes,
Hot
girl.
glue it on?
That
These are
glue's
just
not gonna.
regular glue.
Yeah, I know. But for the wood pieces, hot glue.
Extra strong cold.
Okay, that's fine. It's up to you.
I'll use hot glue.
I don't care. I actually don't. So, Tomb of Horrors,
Let's reach.
Adam the Holy, human cleric, and the fact that I survived and I didn't die was the greatest achievement. One of the many great stories. Fast forward to 3rd edition, somewhere in the mid to late 90s. I had a human monk, a black monk named Lavo, with just ridiculous, mad rolls, like Neely's rolls, but I was a black monk. And the group was supposed to scout out this magical wizard castle that was full of all these defenses.
Terrible hot
There were
glue.
like machines that would like shoot things and like spells that would go off and traps and all these things, like just to get to the
Yeah.
tower, right? So imagine like a giant wall and everything within that wall is just traps and magical wards and
Yeah.
and things protecting this tower, right? So I was like, I'm gonna go infiltrate the tower, and everybody's like, no, Bill, don't do that. I was like, I'm doing it. And then so I started. I'm like, I climbed the wall, and there's arrows and things shoot at me, and then spells going off me, and I'm making saving throws like one after another, and like acrobatics checks
Oh,
and
right.
dodging and everything.
Do it in 2 pieces.
I made 17 rolls,
Holy
and I
crap.
got to the door of the tower, and the last roll, I failed my saving throw and got electrocuted by like a mirage of lightning.
Oh.
And so I died, but it was a
Literally
good death.
But that was like.
Iconic.
It was memorable. It was
Yeah.
iconic. Exactly. Before iconic was a thing, back in
I-
6 or 7, that was iconic.
That was iconic.
Before you knew it was iconic.
Yes.
It was iconic.
It might have been after 96 or 97. I don't know. Time is not.
Um,
Time doesn't
Oh, yeah,
always
these
work
ones
right
are
in my head.
This is gonna look real sketchy, Bill. Just letting you know. But it'll look good. I'll fix it.
I got these ones done too.
Okay.
I will say more recently. Last year at GaryCon 10, I got to play in Satine Phoenix's adventure at GaryCon 10. She DM'd it, and I had a character in it, and I basically was the hero of the story, which is
Not to brag or anything.
Not to brag or
I can toot
anything.
my own horn,
but-
toot toot.
But I played like an amazing character who,
Where did
just
you
when everything looked like it was all going to go south, like I had this realization about what we could do to survive and live, and we made it happen.
Not to toot my own horn or anything. I'm kind
Bill,
of iconic.
do you know Matt Mercer?
Yes. Like personally, no.
No, not
Yeah, but I know
personally,
of him.
Would you pay a lot of money to play in one of his games?
No. He should pay me to play in my game. No, I would. Here's the thing. I honestly, like, there are a lot of people who are like, I'd
looks
love
so
to
bad
play in a
because I
game with
messed it
so and so. I want to run a game.
Yeah.
with
Like,
them.
I want Matt Mercer to play in my game. I want like
You're
the
just
big
goofy
celebrity
like
guys to
that.
play in my game because people
What's
need to
that,
know. Yeah, like they need to know that like I don't run things like normal DMs. You know what I mean? Like I want them
I'm not
to
like other
to play in
DMs.
my game. That's my dream goal would be like
That'd be dope.
This
or
looks
or
disgusting.
not any of the known people, but like I would love to run like a celebrity game with like old rock stars like Jimmy Page
Oh my god.
and like Gene Simmons and
I
Ian
love
like
Gene
Ian
Simmons.
Anderson from Jethro Tull
Oh my god.
and Alice Cooper. Oh my god, actually that
That would
literally
be
came off the
so
top of
good.
my head.
That would be amazing.
That
If I could get all four of them and like Grace Slick from
Grace
Jefferson
Slick,
Airplane.
oh my
She
god,
doesn't do
she's
anything
my-
anymore. She like
No.
won't even talk to the media. But like if
I
I got
love
them
her.
to be in a party,
Oh my
That
god.
would be pretty.
or maybe sub out Gene Simmons and bring in like Joan Jett.
Oh please.
You know what I'm saying?
Skylar would die.
Cole
Please.
That
Sprouse
would be-
plays D&D.
Really?
Yeah.
Of course he does.
Yeah, like he's like
He's like into it.
yeah
Oh.
he plays on like something.
Guys, I have been so tired today. I'm trying to stock up on candy. so
I
that-
am exhausted today.
You're all
This
having
whole week-
candy hangovers. That's what it is, you guys.
No, I
It
didn't
totally
have
is.
any candy.
Candy.
I'm
I-
From like last week, I'm dead. Actually.
I feel like it's all candy. All right, I'm sorry, people that are watching the live stream. We've just been blathering on. Oh my god, there's so many comments. Oh my god, I'm like 56
Oh my
pages
God.
behind.
Oh my
All right,
God.
so
Oh
David
my God.
David Fried asked the question about our favorite D&D memories.
Okay.
I hope that answers it. Gaming Tortoise Pigeon says, "Hi Skyla.
Hi.
Hey, Jax USMC. Long time no see, buddy. He's one of the early supporters of the channel. Hey, Jax.
Aw.
What up, Jax?
Love the crafting. Can't wait for the next episode. Maybe a few less F-bombs. We'll try. It
Matthew
happens.
and
It
Tony.
happened.
It's mainly Matthew and Tony because they hate each other in real
Right.
life and in the game.
In real life and in the game.
And in the game. Dystopian Alpha Omega. Hey, Bill, what are the names of the elemental gods on your islands? Okay. Where did I cover that?
I
That was
didn't measure
in
for, like,
that was in season
around.
2, I
we have to
think.
do it around that
Yeah.
too.
No.
So,
Do it like-
okay, so the
Wow,
gods.
That'll look stupid.
So there's the 4 basic elemental gods, right? Earth, water, fire, and wind.
I would just go.
And the 5th
This is
is not really
and
called
like
a god.
this.
It's
We should
hey,
totally
shh,
do that.
whisper.
Sorry.
It's called the divinity. So the known gods, the 4, are Ayuk. He's the earth god. He's typically personified as a male. Vusaik, which you guys know is the water goddess, who's kind of the most predominant in the southern domain of Kabul Kailish. The fire god is Deepa, and Deepa is also personified as a male. Watch your step. And then Vem is the wind goddess, the female goddess of wind.
Is she badass? She sounds kind of badass.
Depending on where you guys go this season, you might encounter
Can I be gay for her?
maybe.
Oh,
It's possible.
I would die.
The last of the divinities is Taik. That's the void god. But Taik is genderless and not typically referred to as a god, but more like a force, I guess.
Oh, spooky.
So it's like if you
One's, like,
named
shorter
an
than-
energy source, that's kind of Taik.
Oh.
It's not so much thought
I
of as
didn't
like a
know.
god or goddess. It
Right.
is what it is.
Sorry, picture.
I hope that makes sense. So let's go back to the comments. Okay. Your sound
Rip.
toasty AF. Your sound design was horrible last episode. I know. Sorry. So part of that is we changed the settings. We know how to do sound. It's just we were
It's
dumb.
fine.
It's just that episode we were
Leave
dumb.
it long, leave it long.
It'll get better. Trust me.
Just
I
a
promise.
different one or something. Nah,
For
maybe
for
shorter.
to make it really short, we
Shorter?
changed
Yeah.
the settings
Just a little bit. Just
and now we changed them back. So the sound should be better for episodes 2 and 3 going forward. But you're right, Toasty. It was whack. That sound was whack.
Straight up whack.
VA, love how Bill is Tom Sawyer conning the students into painting his train.
I love doing this though.
This
This
is like-
is my favorite thing.
This is like mental gym class.
This is my lunch hour, and
Yeah.
this is what I'm doing.
Yeah. We should
I'm
do
sitting here eating chocolate.
yes. Emrys says, "Oh my God, VA, you're right. Yeah, true."
Can you cut this one?
Free manual labor, yes, but you know what? The terrain is for them. It's not like I'm running some side games with this, so they
How's
get to
that?
use
He's
it.
actually forcing us.
Yeah.
I have to
Um,
subscribe it and stuff.
Ludwig Amadeus says,
Don't
or
do
maybe
that.
you should split the party. No more splitting the party. Season 2 was a challenge with the split party. What's your view on multi-classing in D&D? I'm fine with it as long as it makes sense. So here's the answer, short answer-ish, to your question, Supernatural Fan 120 Wolf. I am fine with multi-classing as long as it makes sense in the context of story and character development. What I don't like is when people just want to rape the system and be like, I want to make the most powerful person in the world. I'm going to cast spells and backstab and fight. Meh. Like, that's not cool, dude. Power gaming, I'm sorry, power gaming is not cool. If you multi-class, it should be organic to the story. Let me give you an example. In Initiative Coffee Company's show, The Bard's Tale, I play a half-elf barbarian rogue named Ray. It's part of his storyline, right? So he was like a kid who grew up on the streets in Vol, the mainland,
Alright, I messed
and he was
up.
like a rogue,
It's okay.
and he was
Maybe
in.
it'll
Oh, I messed it up again. Sorry.
It's fine. Keep
It'll-
the shards.
Yeah, no, literally, I'm using the little chunks. 'cause
Yeah.
It's
It's perfect.
It's
Mealy, that
kinda
is
getting-
exactly what I wanted.
That's
A rustic
good?
old house.
Oh.
With, you know, like when people are too poor to fix things, so they
Yes.
just put a board up over it.
Yes.
So when you're done with the baseboard, you could take some of these broken pieces
And just
and just
shove it
like
in,
look,
yeah.
like even
Okay.
like just
Yeah, just
diagonally,
on it.
like gotta patch up the hole, ma.
And then just
Yeah. So Ray was a rogue, right? But then, you know, when he was desperate and had a choice of either being thrown in prison or being a colonist and taking a ship to some
Prison.
unknown colony, he chose the colony, right?
Oh, jeez.
So he gets to the colony, he gets to the glass shores, and he's doing his manual labor, and he escapes. And in escaping, he gets on a
Gotcha,
boat.
Dom.
He finds himself on this additional island, but the island's populated by centaurs. And centaurs are very xenophobic, and they don't like humans, and they don't like half-breed
That
elves.
hurts.
So they decide not to kill him, but they keep him around for a little bit, and basically he lives amongst them. He goes native. Think of like Dances with Wolves,
Right there.
right? So that's where the barbarian side comes in. He learns a different way of living, of surviving, of fighting from the centaurs. And then after some time, he leaves the island. He goes back to Commonwealth on the glass shores and meets up with the bards, etc., etc. So if multi-classing is intrinsic to the core of the storytelling and to the character development, then I'm all for it. But if it's just a way to power game, I am not all for it. So in my games,
opposite of all four.
if you want a multi-class, it has to actually be something you roleplay. You have to actually seek it out.
Where is this?
Like if you're a fighter and you want to pick
said
up a level
cut
of
it.
wizard,
Here,
you
maybe
got to
this
find a
is the
wizard.
one you're
You have to
looking
role
for.
play
Oh,
that,
yeah.
or at least
Yeah.
explain in
I didn't
downtime
even
how that
score it
works.
yet, so. Wait a second.
Where is this piece for?
This piece goes right there too.
What is this piece for?
This
oh, that's for
piece
the roof.
goes
okay,
there.
Okay.
Emrys says that conflict is good within the party because it creates growth, which I do. I'm going to tell you right
That's
now,
good.
This is
minor spoilers, okay? Episode 2, not truly that exciting, but
No.
episode 3 is where it's starting to come together, people. So stay tuned.
Maybe this is what you're looking for.
How many episodes are going to be? Okay, so Gaming Tortoise asked a question, guys, and the question is, how many episodes are there going to be? You guys
100.
asked.
all of them.
Yeah.
86.
So here's the thing.
100.
We talked about this last week because I was thinking it was going to be based on the semester, so it would finish in December. But
But we're here.
now I'm thinking that because they're all going to be here, this will just go on.
Oh yeah.
So this might be like
But-
an epic, like 30 episode season. We don't know. We
But,
don't know.
Bill, I have a recommendation.
Yes.
Is when someone dies, they should actually just like stop playing.
Yes,
And,
I
like,
agree.
Yeah.
We should cycle in.
Oh,
someone else.
that's absolutely happening.
Rip Matthew.
You don't know that. What if he kills all of you
I'm
guys?
kidding.
And then it's
Well,
Matthew
he
and a
won't
bunch of
kill
like
me.
I'm half
of
kidding.
bros from Monk.
He won't kill me. I'll scare him away.
All right.
He'll kill me.
Let's see. Let's see. Coke Kane. That's 2 words. Coke and then Kane.
Hello.
Cocaine.
I've been trying to get into D&D, but all my friends don't want to play it, so I'm wondering if you know a way I could play D&D if I don't live in the States.
All your friends are.
Look online, number 1. There are plenty of groups on Reddit, on Facebook. on all these different options for like how to find your local gaming group, no matter where you live in this world. There are people in like remote parts of Asia. Number 2, look at your local gaming stores, hobby stores, comic book stores, if you live anywhere near any of those things. Number 3, go to your local library or park district and put up a flyer and say like, I want to play Dungeons & Dragons. Anybody down? Here's my email. So try to find your tribe. If you can't do that, last but not least, there are so many ways to play with other people across the world online. Google Hangouts, Fantasy Grounds, Roll20. There are all these different online gaming platforms. So don't give up. Play. Yeah, see, people are saying you could look for hobby stores in your area. DoD Spec Ops, our man.
Our man.
Yeah, what's up?
Good day from California. Check your mail. Yeah, I will. I'm a little backlogged right now, but we loved the mini, didn't we? Remember that guy?
That was crazy.
That was awesome.
That mini
That's
was
that
dope.
guy?
Yeah.
I'm so
Oh my
shocked.
god. I'm so.
Emrys says monks are fantastic. I know
This
they
is
are.
gonna look so good. So iconic.
So many people play monks though just to beat ass with martial arts, whereas I feel like monks have so much more potential as like as like a holistic
Ooh,
character.
ow, ow, ow,
Yeah.
ow.
You know.
Martial arts are
I
bad.
just made that up.
Oh, this looks
Shaolin
bad.
Temple.
D&D with high school students Discord would be cool for new players. Yeah, we're thinking about it, man. But like honestly, it's been so hard just to get basic things together because so much is just going on in the world right now of our
Did we
world.
get the prompt?
No, not yet. Yeah, we're like involved in another film festival competition thing, so we're working on that too. Outside of this, it's just crazy times. But it's good to be able to be here Friday, isn't it, everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys are going to have to host this during 4B because I have to be a teacher and go to study
I have
hall
a
in like 4
question.
minutes. What?
Do
Oh my
you
god, that looks amazing.
Want a piece across here?
No, because people would trip over it.
Duh. I'm just asking.
Really?
But just keep with that. You're doing it right.
Really?
This one kind
Can
of
we do this
fits
during sits?
in here, but
Does
not.
this go
No, because
here?
we have a shoot
No,
6.
I don't know where that goes,
Oh.
feature.
We, like me and Krafa and
Here, then?
Garbaras, have to go shoot a classroom
No,
6.
this one doesn't. This one's not long enough. For
Okay.
you guys.
Yeah, so you guys
I'll
actually
cut this one
responded
so
to a
it's
lot
right
of good options, including Meetup.
So,
So
don't
that's
go all
good
the way
too.
Up to here, right?
I know.
Feature.
I know.
Am I going all
Lots
the
of
way up
help
to here?
coming
No.
through now.
Yeah, go all the way.
Good,
up.
good.
I can't.
Oh, okay, then don't.
Okay. Did you measure it from there?
Top 10 tech says the
Right.
Void is actually powered by magnets. Yeah, well, that's
Mysterious.
mysterious. It is. It's very mysterious.
Magnets
That's
make
the
Omb
only thing I
says,
know about the
"Hi,
Void."
Skyla.
Hi.
We're really behind. Where I'm like getting caught up
Oh
right
no.
now.
People are gonna get upset.
Dovahkiin Templar says, Bill, have you ever used a succubus? If so, how did you use it? I have a holy paladin and I want to mess with her party. Yes. So anything,
Yes.
anything deceptive like that, like a succubus, a witch, a hag, anything like that,
Me.
have them. There's so many options for you to have them appear to be like a good person, and then in fact manipulate
That's
the
so
party
cool.
into doing shit that you don't like. They don't want to do. Like
Oh.
that's the key. Like, yeah, I need
You
your
gotta
help.
play your character.
You know, or have it be like a
Is this
beautiful
it?
damsel in distress who's like, my father's gonna marry me off to this horrible lord, and you know, I'll lose everything, and it's not what I want, right? And then
Right,
sympathy, and then you're like, we'll help you, you know, and then you come in, and then you basically the succubus gets them to like kill this other lord or do something eventually, right?
Right.
And all along it's been this plot,
Look at this.
and they think they're helping out this nice damsel in distress when in fact
Yeah.
they're basically
I will.
Like doing bad.
I'll do
unknowingly doing the evil work of the
Yeah.
succubus. So many options. And milk it, dude. Like, you could
pushing
stretch
too
that
hard.
out for
You're
ages
not.
until
You
your
have to
dummy
push.
players figure it out. You could just have them basically turn them into horrible, evil people. Here, you want a
Push
movie?
this.
Angel Heart. The movie Angel Heart. Starring Mickey Rourke. Lisa Bonet was in it. Robert De Niro. And it's all about this guy who doesn't know that actually he stole the soul of someone else. I'm going to ruin the story. But basically,
We're just
it's an
gonna read
awesome
I
manipulation. The
broke
devil
down.
manipulates this
Sorry.
guy into realizing that he owes his soul to the devil. And the whole story is amazing. You could frame them for horrible things. Like, yes.
Yes.
See how the evil plotting works in my brain?
Yes. It's
All right, I
crazy.
hope that helps because
I
that's what I would do.
To go.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye. Okay, love you, hate you, bye. I love your list of players that you would like to DM. Have you ever seen Vin Diesel play? He's pretty good. Yes.
Really? Wait,
yeah,
there's
Vin
Vin
Diesel.
Diesel
Dude.
plays D&D.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm
and he
such
made a
Fast
movie
and
off of his
Furious nerd.
D&D character.
I'm such a I love Fast and Furious
Okay,
my whole life.
so it's like a short 12-minute thing. Matt
I'm
Mercer,
so
Really
serious.
funny.
Matt Mercer from
obsessed.
Critical Role DMs it, and Vin Diesel, and that actually inspired me to do this.
We have a Paul Walker cutout in my house.
Like, you see how we made
Like,
the
I'm
walls
so
and stuff?
serious.
Like, I legitimately, like, I
From
love
Vin
that
Diesel's
set.
show.
Like, I want to build, like, someday I want to have, like, a cool-ass arch with, like, magical ruins and shit, like, in the corner, and, like,
That's so
I
cool.
don't know. I just want to do more. Like, have, like,
You're like,
flaming-
when I grow
Carve
up,
runes into
yeah,
the,
dude,
the
like,
top.
gargoyles and
Yeah.
just
my
all sorts
secret
of cool.
bank account for D&D.
Yes, Jax. I would definitely add Vin Diesel to the mix. Maybe he'd be, like, on his own side mix of, like, younger people,
I
not
would
with the
lose
Rockstar
it.
Vin
show.
Diesel would just be
I
like a
would lose
badass.
it.
That's all he does.
No, but he's
Yes.
like, yeah.
What's up, Breezy?
Have your autograph.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do me a favor, go next door and tell her I'll be there in a minute.
Thank you.
I feel so bad.
What's
for
your
her.
favorite class in D&D? Mine is Rogue.
I have no
I'm
idea.
a sucker for it, but I'll settle for Bard or Warlock as a close
Uh,
I
second.
have to.
Okay. I first played a bard, so that's why I like it a lot, because I think there's a lot of options with it. Or there's not a lot of options besides like doing things not in a I want to attack them and hit them this way, because like when you play a warrior or something like that, or just like any fighter, your only attack is to like hit them. But when you're a bard, like, you gotta try and talk them out of something or do something like that. There's a little bit more fun to it.
Feature, you have to host.
That's why.
All right.
Do I move over one?
I'm hosting,
Yeah.
I guess.
So, Jake says, "Are you in a drama room? Is this considered an art class?" So this is the studio. This is the studio of LTTV.
Drama
It's a
room.
media class, and one of the projects in this media class is D&D with high school students, and we are making terrain as well for
As a
the D&D shows. I would be willing to set up a Discord
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
need. Sweet, thanks. Also, I'm going to have to go in like 10 minutes. School is starting. Justin Norman, good guy.
Rip.
Okay, so
don't go
I
to
have to go to study
school.
hall. I'll be back later. We're
Okay.
gonna keep it going, people. So hang tight.
What should I do?
Neely's working on this. All right, so Beecher.
And then I'm gonna do the black in all the cracks.
Yes.
And then what? On the
Water down the black.
well, yeah.
Okay, so Beecher, this guy. See how I like black based this guy?
Yeah.
Do
You
it
need to
again.
black base all of them. So when she gets the black out, anyone
It's right
that's
there.
finished, you need to black base them. Now, not watered
Do you wanna
down.
switch?
Not watered down. Not watered down. Just full on black.
Nah. Okay.
They need to be black based.
Not.
Painting is fun, Beecher.
Paint it all black.
I see a Beecher and I want to paint him black. Oh, I know what else you can do. When she's done with this, you can hot glue each of these onto my dragon boat. Don't screw it up. Look, front of the boat gets the bigger ones. One on each side, right? Big, 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 big. Down to the smallest. Can you handle that?
What does that mean?
Bill, you're scaring me.
What
with
are
all
those
these
supposed to
tasks.
be?
They're supposed to be like dragon scales.
Ugh.
See? So you see? Look. Hot glue. Here. Hot glue on the other side. Try to make them like equal. So it's like one here, one there. There, there.
That
One,
looks pretty cool.
2, 3. See? Go.
Bill,
Get
you're
to it.
intimidating.
Wait a
A
second.
little bit of hot glue. You don't have to go ape shit with it.
Am I putting shingles on this part with the paper?
Yes. And don't forget the random like boards
Right.
to hold the
somewhere.
house together.
Okay.
Don't go overboard with them though. A little goes a long way. All right. And don't forget to check the comments.
Okay.
Posting the show.
Do Tony and Matt hate each other? That's arguable.
Yeah. Wait, can I use the
Um,
glue gun really quick?
I think they drive each other insane.
But like not actually.
Actually,
Like a little bit, but like.
I think Tony just drives Matt insane.
Ow!
Yeah, I know. Oh no.
Bill, you're scaring me.
Yeah, what the hell?
What's going on, Briz? Yeah, Bill left us to the wolves.
Gotta handle all the incoming questions.
Yeah, we're hosting, and literally nobody is sending anything in.
So,
Who's
so-
watching? How many people are watching?
I don't know.
Oh yes, I am. I will be doing Movember.
Oh.
I can't really grow a good like beard or mustache,
but we're gonna
but I will
try.
be trying.
Just know.
Because
that.
I mean, what's the fun of being able to grow facial hair and letting it be socially acceptable and not doing it?
This is your senior year, Beecher.
Exactly.
Nothing matters.
Nothing matters.
That was my
senior
year last year. Like, this is my junior year, actually.
Drama? There's not really a lot of drama.
No.
I think,
We all get along pretty well.
yeah. Also, like, I feel like people find that senior year, like, no one really cares.
Nobody cares about anything.
Because, like,
like,
everyone...
just don't be terrible.
You've
and
gone
you're
through
fine.
all 3 years and you've realized how little, like, so many things mattered.
Yep.
That, like, you start to see these things and you start to realize, like, yeah, these don't matter. And then you just kind of skip over them. But, yeah. Okay, now that he's gone, when I play D&D, be aware of the chests. Remember these words. I know what you mean because you're referring to a mimic. And
Wait, what's the T?
no, he's saying be wary of chests
Okay.
because there's this monster called a mimic who
Okay.
like disguises itself as like everyday objects and then like will just dish
Oh.
out big damage if you like fall
Oh.
for it. And
Like the
usually
chickens?
mimics are chests.
Is it like the chickens?
No, see the chickens. For a lot of people who didn't understand what the
Literally
chickens were last,
nothing was happening.
they were nothing. Me and Carl literally just wanted to put a spell on these chickens to
bother
follow, to
Matt.
bother Matt. Like they didn't mean anything.
Everyone
it was
like,
me
oh my
and
God.
Carl. Like
I
that
was
was
shook too. I was like, it
solely
means
me and
something.
Carl.
You tried to. You were like, is there a river
oh,
nearby?
jeez.
You wanted
Is
to
it?
send his bed into the river.
Is it only the junior/seniors who get to play in the D&D cast? Yes, because once you're a junior/senior,
You're at this
like
campus.
actually a normal person. I feel like when you're a sophomore and freshman, you like are figuring things out. and
He's
you're
totally gonna let
dumb
Melissa
and
play next year,
stupid.
though.
Um,
Can I use this?
What's your favorite in-game moment? We already told that. Mine was when I was a druid and I turned into a giant toad
I
and
grew down
swallowed this person who stole things from me. And then I was dealt a ton of damage, like acid damage from him being in my stomach. And then I spit him out and totally just gave him a what for. That was probably my favorite in-game moment. I'm not gonna stab every chest I see. Okay, I'll try and set up a prank to play on Bill.
Me
Is
too.
Sam going to join in the game? Maybe.
I don't know if that's confirmed or not. Like, I honestly
Maybe
don't know.
confirmed. I know Bill was chatting about it.
Yeah.
Thought it might be cool. Did you guys want to play D&D before it was a class? Well, I had already
It's
played
not a
D&D before it
class
was a
also.
class, and it isn't a class.
I've never
it's just like
taken-
an after-school thing.
I've never taken LTTV as a class.
I haven't either. What chickens? If you watched the summer sessions, you'd know what I mean by the chickens. Just watch the last
the last
episode.
one?
That's literally the only time the chickens
in it.
came into play, and it was a really good time. Do you want to push this in with that stick right there?
I'm gonna get electrocuted, Beecher.
Yeah. All right, that's good. That's good.
Are there more glue sticks? Cause
Okay, I got it. Peace out, Justin Norman. You're a
Bye.
cool dude.
he said hi to me, right?
Maybe.
Earlier?
Did I miss something? Weird Wolf, you missed us making crafts.
Yeah, that's
about
literally it.
We haven't published that episode yet. I'm not in charge of publishing episodes.
Episode 2 comes out at noon today, right? It's
Well,
Friday.
Noon is in an hour, so everyone get excited then.
Hype.
I didn't put enough glue on this. Spoiler alert. We didn't say a spoiler alert. Am I going to vote? I'm not old enough to vote. I wish I could.
I will be voting.
I will be voting the second
I
I'm able to
will
vote.
be voting.
Let me see. Guest characters from previous seasons would be cool. Yes, it would be. I think when you say that, all you're doing is referring to Carl. So
He'll be back over break.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, Weird Wolf knows what I mean by that chicken. Hey, Toasty as fuck.
He's a real fan.
Toasty AF. Might be. Hey, Toasty.
Might be.
The one in the Hamlet with the racist kid.
What?
Yeah, that was last season.
Yeah.
And that was the chicken.
Yeah.
Actually, wait.
That was the chicken episode.
In the last? No.
Yes, I was in that episode.
Yes. The
I filled
chicken
in for
wasn't.
Max.
Yeah. That was the episode where we hated that racist kid.
That is. Oh, that one.
That is true, Blasphemous Pig. The freshmen and sophomores don't play with us because they're at South Campus.
Yes.
The studio is at North Campus. How do you know that?
Smart man. Smart
Who
man.
are you, Blasphemous Pig?
Shuck.
Let us
him.
know.
Does that look good? It's like random.
Ooh, I put a lot of glue. Yeah.
It's gonna be
I like
painted.
It. I like it.
Jesus.
All right, Bill. There's your weird thing.
Yeah, what the heck? He's like,
haha,
put this
I made you
paper.
swear. You didn't make me do anything. That was just pure instinct.
Sucks to suck.
I don't understand freshmen, sophomores, juniors, seniors. Freshmen and sophomores are the first 2 years of high school, and
Yeah.
then juniors and seniors are the last two.
So
it
it's
goes
like
freshman first year,
9th,
sophomore second,
10th.
junior third, seniors last, and seniors are the coolest. There goes all of our ad revenue because we have so much ad revenue.
Yeah.
All
All our sponsors.
Yeah, we should find a Raven poison him. That'd be sweet. If I had a chance to turn my character into a vampire werewolf or something similar,
You
probably
wouldn't.
not.
Yeah, you wouldn't do it.
Yeah, grades 9 and 10 are at South Campus, 11 and 12 are at North. Yep.
Is he still going?
Yeah, he's Blasphemous Pig is telling us
Why does he
all about
know?
the different years. DOD Spec Ops, he's a spy. I don't know what that means. And then he sent the questioning emoji. Oh, Jake, thanks, Blasphemous. Yeah, thank you, Blasphemous. Oh, the pig is a spy. That's what now I understand what you mean by that.
Oh.
He is a spy. Maybe he went here. Maybe he just knows a lot about our school.
Yeah, I feel like if you pay attention.
What do you call years 7 and 8? Junior high. And when you are in junior high, 7th and 8th grade, you are a child.
Yes.
You may think you're an adult and you may think you're
You
old and cool,
are
but you are a child.
A child.
And I have gone through 7th and 8th grade, and I know that
too,
I was a
actually.
child in 7th and 8th grade.
No, I was literally the same person.
I will say I
Like,
look so similar to when I did like 2nd
I don't
grade.
look similar, but my personality,
Spy check.
like once I figured it out, I definitely have not changed at all.
Oh,
I
LT alumni class of 87. That's awesome.
Oh, my parents went to LT. You know Julia Brian Kaimovich
Shoot.
or Karen
What year did
Kaimovich
my dad graduate?
or Andy Kaimovich.
My dad might have graduated 87. If you know Marty Dunn, hit it in the chat.
Hit it in the chat.
Oh, Bill Allen. He's Oh, more like 91. Oh. Oh, Josh did not like Carl. He liked Heather and Anna. Ooh, that is cold.
Rip Josh. Why?
No, I think Carl was obnoxious in his own sense, but he was a good player. Toasty, Bill is being a teacher and actually doing a class.
Every cast has to have.
Dovahkiin Templar, 87. It does roll. And, dang. Alright, so we have some people in this chat watching this who were in high school a while ago. So all of you guys that were in high school a while ago, let us know, like, from what you know about high school now, why was high school back then way better
Why are you
than
so
it is
shook?
now?
Yeah. This is so much better. Are you kidding? Please.
Dang, Jake. Where you live, high school years is 7 through 12. Where do you live, Jake?
Yeah, what the heck?
Wait. Toasty. Wait. Okay. I'm gonna grab my lunch, BRB.
Alright.
BRB, yes, Toasty. Bill is a teacher and has a job.
Actually.
But
And
he is our
children.
friend. One moment.
Teacher, one moment. Nothing good has happened.
Pig drugs. I don't know.
What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Oh no. This kind of looks like a.
Oh, the noise. We did talk about why the audio in the first episode was bad. It was just kind of a new setup. It was bad. Forgive us. We are fixing it and did.
It wasn't balanced and people were yelling. Also. Are we gonna use this mic now, or are we still using the little ones?
I mean,
Because people are complaining.
I think the little ones are how you do it, but
I know, that's what I think too. Okay, I'm gonna paint this now. Oh, I should do the chimney.
Freshman at U of I, nice. Do you know Will Moran, Pat Larman, Isaac Wistuff, Roland Rondez?
Isaac is home right now. I haven't seen him.
Yeah, but he goes to U of I.
Sorry. Beecher, where did that other piece go? It flew. Like my wig.
Yeah, D&D is a cool thing. Best to start young when your imagination is actually booming. When is episode 2 coming out? Hopefully in an hour.
Literally an hour.
Maybe. Don't be mad at me if that's not true.
Also, what? I don't know where everybody lives. It's definitely not going to be the same. Nobody lives in America.
The sound is a tad low right now, so let's talk loudly.
Okay. It's just because we're hanging out. We're just hanging out.
Is that chips? No, these are sliced apples.
Beecher, we should have a talk show.
Apples are good for you.
Yeah, I'm done with this. We're gonna
Okay.
paint.
All right, Neely.
Question for me?
Yeah, let's do a question for you.
Okay.
Josh goes, absolutely. Carl is loud and annoying. Carl is loud. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Same with annoying. You can think he's annoying or you can think he's funny. A lot of people thought he was funny. A lot of people just don't understand it. I'd say I'm in a good mix of that. I don't understand Carl, yet, like, it's okay, maybe. One can't simply not like Carl. That's arguable.
You're right. Also correct. Also correct.
It is always 6 o'clock in Ireland. I don't know about that one.
It's a joke.
5 o'clock.
I know. But that was a joke too. It's not always.
I know, but I understand the joke, but happy hour is 5 o'clock.
I know.
6 o'clock.
I'm aware, Beecher. Can I have a piece of apple, please?
Carl is a cool dude. Yeah.
He's fine. Somebody ask me a question.
Someone asked Neely a question.
He's fine. A good one. What the crap? What even is this bottle? Oh.
Is it empty or something?
No.
Ooh, splodged up.
But I have to lick.
Have I seen the new episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? No, I have not. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either. I have no idea. Good. That looks disgusting.
Age does not matter. We are here for D&D. That is right. You're right about that one. I like that. Someone goes, "Are you struggling with that paint, Neely?"
Yes, it's
Yeah.
chunky.
You put so much water in it.
No, because I have to water it down. It's so chunky, Beecher.
How about you put?
No, I didn't. Look, because I'm supposed to water it down anyways. Bill said yours isn't supposed to be watered down.
Neely,
Somebody who was watching.
Neely,
earlier-
are you gonna make any original art for the show?
Yes, I'm gonna make my T-shirts. Oh, I'm making T-shirts, and they are beautiful. Should I pull up a picture of what the thing is? They probably won't be able to see it. I made
will.
this T-shirt design last year, and am very lazy and never did it. But for real, it's gonna happen.
I think Extreme Good would be harder to play as a character, just because I think it is basic human nature to want to break the rules.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm such a chaotic neutral.
so Extreme Evil's easy because you just do what's wrong. Extreme Good, you actually have to like not do stuff for you. You have to do stuff for other people, and that's not fun.
Here she is. Wait.
I didn't start season 3 yet. I was stuck in summer sessions. Well, good thing because we only have one episode of season 3 out right now, but
just gonna
episode
see.
2 is coming soon. You got plenty of time to catch up. When did you get your nose pierced? What do you think of
Oh.
piercings and tattoos?
I got my nose pierced in October, right before we shot me and Matthew's Prelude episode. And what do I think of what? Tattoos and piercings?
Yeah.
Full support. Don't get dumb ones. I don't know.
Yeah. Beecher, since your character is basically an angel and Neely plays a tiefling, which is basically a devil, do you guys think that your characters will get along or there will be a bloodbath? Well, I'm actually a fallen ASMR, so I'm basically
Yeah.
like a devil angel, or I'm like a angel of death type thing. So
Also,
if she's a devil and I'm an angel of death, then I don't think there will be too much problems. Neely, do you like playing a paladin or wish you could pick another class?
I don't know. I'm kind of happy with what I went with, but I think it would have been cooler to have more magic, just because our team was already built with, I don't know, Bill needed a tank, you know?
Yeah. Did you watch Goblin Slayer? No, we
No.
did not.
Don't know what that is.
Neely draws? Question mark?
Yeah! Shook. Neely's an art hoe. Or was, ex-art hoe. Are they shook?
How long will the stream go on? Given that we have class in like 7 minutes.
No, do we really?
Not like way too much longer, but we'll stay here. Too much glare. Oh, there's too much glare. Karafa,
Dave.
there's too much glare. Trodat07 cannot see.
Is he even in there?
I don't know.
I think they were talking about when she was home with her phone.
Oh, rip.
Oh.
Well,
I didn't even get to see it. Can I see it?
you'll know sooner or later. Yeah. And then I
Oh,
kind
I
of
really like that.
I want to color it like to the neon, and then we can sign the back. Oh, sure.
We should sell those.
Right? Ugh, so iconic.
What about moral dilemmas? Do you like moral dilemmas? I do like moral dilemmas.
I do too. They're fun. frustrating,
but
really.
yeah, moral dilemmas are frustrating.
Like keeping my own opinion for my character's opinion.
Rearson, I prefer to solve moral dilemmas with my hammer. I like that.
Full support.
Who are your current Critical Role characters and or actors? I don't know.
What does that mean?
He's talking about Critical Role. It's like a famous
Oh.
D&D show. Critical Role is awesome. I think Matt Mercer is a god. But I don't like envy any of them. What do you two hope to do when you graduate? I'm going into computer science. My dream job is to be a video game developer. So we'll see about that.
I want to eventually teach, hopefully, elementary school kids, but I want to be an art teacher. So I don't know if I'm going to go to art school first or teaching school first, but that's the plan.
Context feature. Yeah, we figured that one out. We figured you were talking about the phone and not just the stream.
Rip.
How does King Crimson? How does King Crimson work? I don't know.
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, Neely is playing a Holy Paladin Tiefling, which is kind of contradictory. And I am playing a Fallen Angel Warlock. So she's kind of playing like a holy figure, and I'm playing like I fell from the top, and now I'm super evil. So, or not super evil, but I am a bad person, I suppose. I did have moral dilemmas with my dwarf Honor. I think Honor is a really funny moral dilemma because it's so complicated. Like,
you have
some
to
people
separate
handle
your own,
Honor differently. Why isn't Beecher painting the monsters black like Bill said? Because I don't want to. And
Beecher's
I wanna
reading
eat.
all your comments.
Yeah,
and
if I was painting the monsters
so,
black, you wouldn't even hear me say that. Are most of the group chaotic neutral? I don't know.
Probably.
I think it's the most fun.
Yeah, I would say.
I mean, it
this
gives you
is
the most options, which is
so
why it's fun,
sexy.
and that's why I like D&D is because you have so many options.
Yeah, true.
Do I want to paint a few things before Bill gets back? No.
Watch me not paint things.
Watch me keep eating my apple.
You know why? Because we're seniors and nothing matters. There you go.
Have you tried making your own drawing or painting for your characters?
No, because I'm ugly and my character looks like me in the face. So I guess I could do somebody else's.
Mine is no, because I get aggravated.
Yeah, no,
when
I would be
draw.
so frustrated.
I mean, I'd say I'm an okay artist.
I like
draw
to
pretty
craft.
well.
Craft.
But I'd say I get pretty aggravated with myself when it doesn't turn out how I want it to turn out, which is bad. Paint Beecher paint? No, Dovahkiin Templar.
Absolutely not.
Painting monsters black is racist? No, that is
code.
not, because it's a base coat. She's right.
Chill.
Oh, what do I think of the artwork that Luigi did for the show?
I'm
oh my
shook.
god,
Luigi!
It is
I love
amazing.
You so much.
It is amazing.
I want him to do another one where I look like myself but better. Like, I want to look good. You know what I'm saying?
What characters in the group have the highest risk of dying?
Matthew. Matthew almost, literally.
Matthew or Tony for me.
I had to heal Matthew in our Prelude episode.
I think Matthew or Tony. Matthew because he's reckless. Tony because
and weak.
I think Tony
Like
tries
his
to.
character.
I think Tony thinks he's talking himself out of things, but he isn't.
Yeah. You're so right.
And that isn't gonna turn out when he has to talk himself out of things. But yeah. Hello, Nat Cat.
Hi. All the time. How are people, I don't understand. Ugh, what time does this end? 23?
In a minute or something.
At 21, this ends.
I hope Matt Law, he is more annoying than Carl Law. Okay.
They are two completely
different
kinds of
two
Yeah.
completely different kinds of people. Matt doesn't understand
Matthew's-
D&D etiquette.
Yeah.
And that's partly because this is his first time playing, partly because Bill is like a friend to us,
Carl's just
so
an
we can
attention whore.
argue with our friend.
Yeah.
Carl is an attention whore, and that's why he's annoying. I hope you understand what I mean by that.
No, I did definitely.
Hey, Nat Cat.
Again.
Justin Norman's back.
Hey. Hey. We're leaving in a minute, Red.
Would any of you be interested in multi-classing? Yes, I would, but like Bill said, it's like a power complex. You don't want to make some multi-class where it's like I'm some overpowered beast, but you want to make a multi-class that like has to do with your character, and my character doesn't really have to do with anything.
Peter, should I stay this period?
Hey, Middle
I know
East.
I just got in trouble.
All right. Thank you, the Gaming Tortoise Pigeon. Our characters do look badass, but right here we're gonna have to cut it. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for being here and sending in comments.
Episode 2.
We had a blast.
It's coming out.
Peace! The aggravation he had towards Tony is what was annoying. Yes, it was annoying.
You're so correct.
That's because, yeah.
But it's fine. Should I stay this period? What do you think? What's your expert opinion?
I believe it.
What? You're leaving?